back to Dolphins United, the platform for Dolphins. You heard me. We back in the house. I'm going to go ahead and do the recap of the first two practices. If you know me, that's how I like to rock. All right. I do two at a time because my brain, all right, can handle the memory of what happened throughout both days. Not really, but I just, come on now. Like, I had to put out a video every day. I can't, it doesn't work well with my algorithm to put a video out every day. So every other day, I could get by with that. You know what I'm saying? I could do every other day. Now, or every 2 or 3 days if they skip a day for practice. Day one. Now, I'll go ahead and say overall. Overall, the defense is winning. They're ahead of the offense. Am I shocked? Nope. Do I expect this to last? We'll see. All right, because we don't know how good the defense is going to be yet. Now, there's some things on day two, which is today, that we'll discuss that may change everything. All right, because a key piece is going to be gone for a while, but we have to get there first. Day one. It was a run heavy day, by the way, okay? And it was a short practice. So you got to run heavy and a short practice. It just wasn't a lot out there. Tight coverage, some nice PBUs, Cam Smith doing his thing day one, all right? A-Chain, okay. Savon was really doing his thing, running through open holes and cutting and slicing through the traffic and making things happen out of the run and pass game. Waddle had an okay day. Tyreek didn't do much. All the quarterbacks looked right? It wasn't great. Then you had the one highlight of the day, which was the 40-yard pass to doggone Jalen Waddle, who caught the ball over Holland, and Elliott was running over. All right, I'm not sure what kind of coverage that was, where it was just two safeties over there. I'm not sure. But whatever, it was on Holland. Holland was in great position. That's what you want to see. And Waddle made a catch. All right, now, it wasn't one of those beautiful over-the-shoulder throws. No, it was one of those back-shoulder type throws where Tua threw it to a spot, and he gave this guy a chance on a 50-50 ball, which you do at times, all right? All the elite quarterbacks throw 50-50 balls when, they're running out of time, right? You're running out of time in the pocket, your clock is going off, and you just launch one, all right? It's a my guy versus your guy, my guy's going to win situation, or it's a Waddle is down there somewhere situation, right? So he just throws it up to a spot, best he can, and Waddle makes an adjustment, catches the ball, and that's all there is to it. People are saying, it was a duck, it was underthrown. I don't care about none of that. You threw a 50-50 ball, you threw it to a spot. It could either be intercepted on every play, right? Every play. The ball could either be caught, intercepted, or incomplete. All right? One of the three chances. And if you're throwing it to a guy like Waddle, you like your chances. So you're just going to throw it up to him and you're going to let him make a play. And that's what he did. You move on to the next down. All right? Offensive line, doing their thing. Day one, doing their thing. Holding up, especially Lamb. Kendall Lamb, heard some really good things about him day one. He was blocking, man. It kind of looked like Teron Armstead out there. That's what you want to hear. All right? Also, Savon kind of looking like A-Chain out there. That's what you want to hear. All right? Not that he shouldn't be ahead of A-Chain anyway, but they said they were saying, the beat writers and columnists, they were saying that they move very similarly. Plus, doesn't help that I think A-Chain is wearing 28, possibly. Maybe. And Savon is wearing 26, possibly still. So it's kind of hard to tell the difference anyway. I've been to those practices. Boy, it's kind of hard to know who's who out there from that far away. So, sitting in them bleachers. So, they had the binoculars on, and sometimes they're working on, there's two fields. Sometimes they're not working on the closest field to the benches. They're working on the field furthest. It's tough. It's tough when you're out there. But anyway, Savon looked good. Ingold, all right, beast in the pass blocking, picking up blitzes and stifling linebackers that were rushing in, and caught some nice passes out of the outlet, out of the backfield, and dump offs and stuff like that. He was there for the quarterback. Tua did decent in 7-on-7s. He zipped a few passes in there, but also, X went at him, right? Went at him against, I think it was Tyreek Hill, and X did X things and got the PBU, all right, on a deep pass. Stuff like that, it happens. All right, it happens. Skylar doing okay. Mike was not doing as well, but you have those moments, right? Now, offense and defense on day one, they played out to a stalemate because offense did some good things and defense did some good things. So it was pretty much even. Sealer was in the backfield a little bit, getting some nice stops on the run, Christian and things like that. So pretty much a stalemate. Day two, right? Videos coming out on day two. Defense dominated. Now, it's not to say that the offense didn't have their moments, but the defense dominated, especially first team defense, if you can call it that, because they move the guys all the way around. So you're playing against third string guys at times, second string, and then first string as Tua, right? Tua's playing all 3 levels, all 4 levels if there's 4. But either way, offense couldn't really do much. And it wasn't just the quarterbacks. Just like in day one, day two featured a lot of drops. Just sloppy play by the wide receivers. Do I feel like that's going to continue? No. I think that's going to end up being better. So I'm not going to be upset or turn up just yet. It ain't time for turning up just yet. We'll leave that alone. We'll wait and we'll see what happens because, boy, we need them boys to catch now. Now, we're not there. We don't get to see every play, so we don't know if it's ball placement or what. But guys need to catch passes. Now, with that being said, quarterbacks got to be better too. And I'm talking about all the quarterbacks. It wasn't up to par. Skylar did have a really nice play, and we'll get to that. All right, but it's just not up to par. Tua finally threw a pick, right? It happened a lot earlier this year than I believe it did last year. It took a while before he threw that first pick. But this year, second day, got the pick out the way. Kohu, got him. Let me get that. All right, on a nice little crosser in the middle of the field, undercut Tyreek Hill. All right, staying with Tyreek, right? Tyreek Hill is impressive enough. Undercut Tyreek Hill on a ball that wasn't that greatly thrown according to Travis Wingfield, and picked it off. Beautiful play. Love to see it. All right, now I hate to see that Tua threw a pick, but I love to see that Kader Kohu is trying to take the next step. All right, he's playing with the starters, probably going to be the slot, and maybe not. But he might just be the starting guy opposite X. You never know. But he did good things there, right? That's what you want to see. Linebackers did a little bit better. Stopping the run was a little bit better. David Long was getting up in there. All right. He was forcing things back. All right. If they were trying to run out to his side, he was setting the edge and forcing the running back inside. That's what you want to see. Diagnosing fast. That's what you want to see. Baker got his hands on the ball, almost got a pick. That's in the middle of the field. That's what you want to see. Tyndall, same thing. Got his hands on the ball, almost got a pick. Now, you want to see them catch them passes, but I'll take it. That's what you want to see. All right? Agba, they said he had about 2 sacks on the day. So he's coming back into the fold, all right? Offensive line first practice, they was getting after it. Defensive line responded. Second practice, getting a little more pressure. That's what you want to see. Agude was doing his thing this practice, unlike last practice. All right? We want to see that improvement. Run game. There was still some decent runs by Savon, but it wasn't much, right? And A-Chain had a few okay runs, but it wasn't much. All right. Defensive line was like, not today. Linebackers, not today. All right. This ain't going to be your day for that. Cornerbacks, let's talk about it. Aside from Kohu, nice PBU from Jalen Ramsey. Tua tried to hit him deep to Waddle. My dog said none of that. Now, Tua did hit a few nice a few nice dart throws and tight coverage after the pick in 7-on-7 against Kader Kohu. Right after that, boom, boom. Back-to-back third down conversion. I guess they were doing like a third down situation with 7-on-7s. Back-to-back. Hit Waddle and hit Wilson back-to-back. That's what you want to see. That's good response from Tua after the pick. He's probably upset at himself, and then, he took it out in the right way, and that's what you want to do. Later in practice, I think that might have been 11 on 11s this time. He hit Tyreek Hill for like a 20, 25-yard pass on the outside. That's good, okay? That's good. Although Tyreek has not been as explosive as he was at the start of last year, it's Tyreek Hill. His time is going to come back around. It's going to come back around. All right, I don't expect the offense to just be getting mollywopped like they have been these last 2 days where they can't hit nothing deep pretty much, right? Everything is tight coverage deep, which I like to see because we want to see that from our defense, but we're gonna hit a few. We're gonna hit a few. Don't worry, guys. It's just 2 days of practice. We're going to end up hitting a few of these deep balls in stride, by the way. All right, because some of y'all be like, yeah, we're gonna hit them, but they're gonna be under. We're gonna hit a couple of these deep balls in stride, and everything's gonna be kumbaya again, and then you can love your quarterback. Although right now he just looked like he blended in with everybody else. Okay, let's talk about it. Best play of the day was a beautiful, apparently, which I don't know what Miami is doing, not putting the video footage out. Although it's not Tua, we could still appreciate a beautiful pass from Skylar Thompson. Show it to us, please. Thank you very much. Beautiful deep ball, 60-some yard, 70-some yard pass. Well, not in the air, but just in general. To Braxton Berrios, who got behind Cam Smith, who on day one was doing his thug thizzle, but this time around led up a nice one to Berrios, got smoked on the play. All right, so I want to see that play, please, Miami. Put that play out. As of recording this video, I ain't seen nothing yet. But that doesn't mean that stuff ain't out there. So please put that out. I hope to see that when I go back on my Twitter. Now, here's the scary thing. There are a few injuries across the league. One of the injuries was Joe Burrow. Video surfaced on Twitter where he was rolling out to his right and he just went to go grabbing his calf muscle. Right. Little story real quick. I'm in my 30s, mid-30s. I'm 35, right? I can tell you my age. Who cares? I'm 35 years old. Some of y'all are giving me the Kevin Hart reaction right now, and I don't appreciate that. All right? All right? I don't appreciate that. All right? I don't look my age. Okay? All right, anyway. That's funny to me. All right, anyway. I was playing basketball a few years back. We went out to the park and didn't warm up or nothing. I mean, I ain't think I had to warm up. Pretty young at the time. Probably 26, right? 25, 26. Went out on the court. Was playing 21. Got the ball, right? Ball came my way. Got the ball. Went to take the first step to blow by the defender. And I heard a pop. Immediately reached for my calf. And I'm like, did y'all hear that? And they're like, hear what? I'm like, there was a pop. And I couldn't move. Strained my calf muscle. All right. And that thing had me out for like 6 weeks. That's That's what it looked like happened to Joe Burrow. Strained his calf pretty bad. Probably heard a pop, felt the pop. All right, and it's bad. It hurts. All right, and even to this day, because I didn't go get it, I got it checked, but they were like, it's probably a strain, and I didn't go have anything done about it. It just healed on its own, and like the knot just went away after a little while, and then I was okay to walk, run, and all that stuff again. But every now and then, like when it gets cold, I feel it. He's gonna be dealing with this for a little while. All right. Now he has round the clock people that's gonna be working on it and things like that. I'm not saying he's gonna be off 6 doggone weeks like I was, walking with a limp, but those things, they do keep you out a lot, and they hurt. Okay, they hurt, especially when you're flexing your ankle and stuff like that. You're gonna feel it. Looks like that's what might have happened to him. I was hoping it wasn't his Achilles. I don't want to see no guy go out like that. So, hoping it wasn't his Achilles. Doesn't seem like it was. Seems like it was a calf injury. Probably strained it pretty bad. That's how it looked when I strained mine. Except I was stationary. I wasn't hobbling because I couldn't move. All right, so that's one. Then there was another injury that happened even a little bit before that. Garrett got hurt for the Jets. He was hobbled, something to do with an ankle or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. And then our boy, Jalen Ramsey, got tangled up with X. He goes down, he gets up, tries to continue to play. Couldn't put any weight on the leg. Limped off slightly after getting looked at. Got looked at on the sidelines. They carted him off, right? Now, usually when you hear carted off, it's like, oh my God, like this is going to be pretty bad. They didn't cart him off the field. They carted him off the side of the field, and he was up on, like, sitting down on the edge, all right? So it didn't look like it was nothing that he needed serious medical attention for right away, right? He didn't blow his knee out from what it looked like when you saw the video of him on the picture or whatever it was, on the back of the cart, just sitting there. But then I saw, right before I went on, Adam Scheffler put out that it was indeed something to do with his knee that is going to require surgery, and he's going to be out and miss some time at the start of the regular season. They said that his ACL is intact. Now, maybe he partially tore, meniscus or something else. Maybe there's just some slight structural damage that they have to go in there and clean up. Or maybe there was something previous that was there that wasn't noticed before. Whatever it was, we lost him for maybe the first 4 games of the year. Let's just say. If he's out for the first 4, thank God we signed Cam Smith. Kader Kohu is playing well. Trill Williams could possibly step in, and Nick Needham is back. Thank God, right? Because we have real depth at cornerback. That's the one position, aside from wide receiver, where if a guy goes out, you're like, man, I think we'll be fine. Right? Now, if Tyreek Hill goes out, that's a whole different story. But let's say you have Tyreek Hill, Waddle goes out, you can have Berrios or Chosen step in. That still helps because Tyreek Hill is the factor, because he's the one that scares the defense and makes them change the way they play coverage, which allows other guys to get open. Even as a decoy, he's very dangerous. All right, so you need him on the field. But other than that, it's okay. Same thing at corner. Jalen Ramsey's really not the guy you would want injured, but if you're going to have a guy injured, cornerback is the one. All right? That's the one. So let's hope that these guys can still play at the high level come regular season, and then we'll be fine. If we hit the ground running, when he comes back, it's like, boy, we Super Bowl bound, right? So let him get healthy. Let him chill off to the side, and then we'll wait to see how that all plays out. And then when he comes back, hopefully we 3-1 if it's 4 games that he misses, and then we hit the ground running. All right, now let me know in the comments how you feeling about the first two practices. As I've just eloquently recapped it all to you without any notes. All right. I mean, it is what it is. I didn't use no notes. All right, so I'm playing around, bragging, but kind of not really. I'll holler at y'all in the next one. Y'all already know what it is. Fins up till we die. I love y'all like some good old Haitian food. I'm out.